love these reindeer. There's so much that you can do with these. All right, these have to be new this year. These sleds are so cute. There's a bunch of different styles. I'm gonna try to use these in a DIY. So I picked up one of these wood sleds and I thought, you know, if I change the stain of this, I feel like it could look a lot more high end. So I grabbed my dark stain. I've been loving the dark stain lately, and I'm gonna use my foam brush to brush on the stain. You wanna make sure that you do the underside as well. And I just put the stain on with my foam brush and wipe it off immediately with a paper towel. I'm gonna stain the entire piece, let it sit overnight. I'm gonna add back in the twine that was already on the sled. Next up is the reindeer, so I'm going to spray them with 2 coats of a matte black spray paint. To make the antlers stand out a bit, I'm going to be using some gold rub and buff with a foam brush just on the antlers and the ears. You can style the reindeer with the sled or have them on their own. We're gonna recreate this bell candle that I found originally at Pottery Barn, but it was way too pricey. I'm gonna show you how you can recreate it for a fraction of the cost. You're gonna need 2 bowls from Dollar Tree, wood rings, and 3 tea light candles. I also picked up some wax melt from Walmart. I'm gonna start by sawing my wood ring in half. I'm gonna use a hacksaw because it's what I had on hand, but you can use any saw you want. I'm gonna add E6000 to the bottom of my wood ring and place it on the bottom of one of my bowls. I'm gonna let that sit overnight and dry. Now, I make candles frequently, so I have a pot that I like to use anytime I'm melting candle wax. I'm gonna put 3 of my candle wax packs into my pot. While I'm waiting for that to melt, I'm gonna pull the tea lights out of the metal containers using a knife. Now you wanna make sure you keep stirring your wax until it's completely melted. Once it's melted, add your wax to the bowl. Okay, so this next part is a little bit trickier. You want to let your wax melt set before you add in your tea light candles, but you have to make sure you don't wait too long. I think whenever I went to put my tea light candles in, I waited a little bit too long. I should have done it probably a few minutes earlier because by the time I put them in, it was already hardened on the top. What I decided to do to fix this problem was I melted some additional wax, just a little bit, about half a package, and I added that on top so it was nice and smooth. You want to make sure your candle has time to completely cool, so I let mine cool overnight. The next day, I came back in, I took both of the bowls, flipped them upside down, and I'm gonna spray paint them with a gold color. Let that dry. And then to finish it off, the bowl where you put the candle in, I wanted the edge of it to look really nice. So I added in some Rub and Buff. You guys know I use Rub and Buff all the time, but it's such a great product. I'm gonna add that to the edge of my bowl with a foam brush. Now for the top one, I wanted to add a little bit of nautical rope to the top around my handle. You can really style this candle in several different ways, and I think it looks really similar to the Pottery Barn one. You'll have to let me know what you think. So I've actually been out at the stores looking at ornaments, and you guys, they are expensive this year. I found this set of Mercury ornaments and they were from Crate and Barrel. They were so overpriced. So I was like, okay, how can I recreate these and hang them on my tree? So I got some plastic ornaments from Dollar Tree that were clear. It really doesn't matter the size, you just wanna make sure they're clear ornaments. Next, I picked up some metallic spray paints. Now you might already have this on hand, but I just got some varieties. I got some, like 2 different golds, golds and a hammered kind of dark finish. Now to start this off, you're going to take the tops off of your ornaments. Then you're going to add some spray paint into the inside of your ornament. Now this is kind of fun to do, so just spray it in there. Then you're going to twist your ornament around and then set it so the top is on something you don't mind if it gets messed up. I just used a poster board that I had extra from, and you're just going to let your ornament sit upside down, and then all of the paint is going to drain out of there. I would recommend letting these sit overnight. I kind of tried to let them sit for an hour and start painting them again, but that wasn't long enough. Then you're gonna come back in and add some more paint, because you're gonna notice that a lot of the paint's gonna fall out and you probably want more paint. So you can either add the same color or mix it up and add some different colors to add a little bit of variation. Spray your paint in there, do the same thing where you kind of move it around. And then again, let it set so that the top is on something that it can just drain out of. Now, after you do this, take your top pieces and spray those with a metallic spray paint. I went with the darker color just to make it look similar to those Crate and Barrel ones that I saw. And then after everything has a chance to dry, you're gonna put the tops back on your ornament. I added some twine as the top pieces, but you could go in with ribbon or anything that you have. And I'm just going to tie the tops of them and hang these on my tree. I feel like these are very current ornaments and they cost me a fraction of the more expensive ones. So what you're going to need is a plate and a bowl. I'm using clear ones for this DIY. You can get these at Dollar Tree. You're also going to need some miniature trees and some faux snow. I'm going to start by removing the labels and washing my bowl and plate really well. Next, I'm going to start by hot gluing my trees to the base of my bowl. Then I'll add in my faux snow to kind of cover up the bottom portion of that bowl. Then I'll add in some E6000 around the top portion of my bowl. And then I'll place my plate in the middle of my bowl so it's nice and centered. Let that dry overnight. Then you can put on your favorite cookies on this plate. This would be perfect for Santa cookies as well. Hey guys, I'm Liz and you're watching my second DIY channel where I post daily DIY videos. You may be familiar with my main channel, Liz Fenwick DIY, but I'm glad that you found me over here on my second channel. Make sure that you're subscribed so you just get notified every day when I post our daily DIY video.